Hi, this is Dan with StarReviews.com, and today we're going to review the as seen on TV product, the iSlice. We're going to put it through a couple tests today and see how it performs versus how they say it performs, and we're going to give you our honest opinion of what type of product this is, good or bad. Now, the iSlice is set to do thousands of things. Among them, cut out your coupons, scrapbooking, open the saran wrap on new CDs and DVDs, and open some electronics, those pesky plastic packages that the new electronics come in. So we're going to put it through a couple tests. We're going to test out this ceramic blade. It's magnetic, so it's easy to store. And they say that this ceramic blade stays sharp and it'll obviously never rust. So let's take you into a couple tests and see how the iSlice performs. Okay, so for a couple tests, we're going to see how this iSlice performs as a cutting device. Here we just have a plain white sheet of paper, and we're going to try to use the iSlice to cut it in half. It's important to keep the iSlice parallel to what you're cutting, and they say to put a surface in between what you're cutting and what you're cutting on to prevent any scratches. So here we just have this black work surface. So we're going to drag the iSlice across this piece of paper. And it didn't do such a great job the first time. I'm going to apply a little more pressure, keeping it parallel. And again, not really great for a piece of normal white paper. Now, what if you have an envelope? So here with this envelope, it's sealed. We're going to use the iSlice to cut it open. Keep it parallel, drag it across the top, and it did open the envelope. So it works for opening envelopes. Plastic packaging that new electronics come in. So we have this new piece of electronic. We're going to take the iSlice and try to cut into it. We'll use the back here, keeping it parallel, keeping pressure down on it. And it's having a hard time getting through the thick plastic. We'll try to take it onto the front half, keeping it parallel. And it broke through of the front of the plastic. So the iSlice works pretty well on envelopes and plastic packaging. Now let's see how it works for clipping out a coupon or scrapbooking. For instance, we have this piece of magazine here, and we're going to cut out this picture. They say that you can cut a piece of magazine paper without cutting the page underneath it, and we're going to put that to the test right now. So we're just going to cut out this square picture, keeping the iSlice parallel, running it down across the picture, turn the magazine, I'm going to run it down across the picture this way. Obviously, if you were scrapbooking, you'd take better care at making sure that you were in the lines. Running it here this way, running it back across. Now, the picture should be cut out. That worked really, really well for that. Now let's see if it cut the page underneath. Thinly, notebook paper, the page underneath. Cut out that page, cut out the page underneath that. And the fourth page, scored, but not cut all the way through. So the iSlice did cut out the picture that we want, but also be warned that it cut out a couple pages below that and scored the page underneath that one. So for their claim, if the iSlice doesn't cut anything but the top page, we're going to say that's not quite true. Look, the iSlice is a simple product, but what we found here at StarReviews.com is it doesn't really perform to how they say it does. Let's be honest, if you're scrapbooking, you're probably better off with an X-Acto knife. If you're looking to cut up a piece of paper, grab a pair of scissors. If you want to open that pesky new plastic packaging that your electronics came in, why don't you check out our review of the other as seen on TV product, the Open It. It's a good product for doing just that. The iSlice, it's a small product, it doesn't really have much function, and from what we found, it's not really that good. We're going to give this product 3 out of 6 stars. It failed to perform on some of the tests that we put it through, and it also didn't stack up quite honestly with what they claim. It didn't cut just the top magazine page like you saw. So the iSlice gets 3 out of 6 stars from StarReviews.com.